Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 4 of this unnamed voice actor gaming stream event thing that we are doing. I'm Brendan Blaber, aka Jello Apocalypse. I'm your host for the whole week. And today, our guest is Sandra Espinoza, and she is playing Obey Me, a game that she is in. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself, who you voice and what this game is for people like me who have never heard of it before now.
Hello, I am Sandra Espinoza, and you may have heard me in Epithet Erased as Percy, and that was a really fun role to do, and very much the opposite of what I do in this game. In Obey Me, not to be confused with the Otome game visual novel, it's a similar name, but in this Obey Me, I play Vanessa. She's the run around, beat 'em up, hack and slash protagonist here, akin to like when you play Bayonetta, sort of that not quite 2D, not quite 3D kind of feel. And she is kind of an envoy for the demons of hell with her dog buddy Monty. And they go around beating up things in the world because heaven and hell are fighting. They're fighting on Earth for the fate of humanity, and Vanessa doesn't really care. She just wants to go about her day and, you know, lay up on the couch and buy cute shoes on Amazon. So, yeah, that's essentially the story that's going around, but there's like subterfuge, and we're not quite sure who the real enemy is. Oh no! So that's it in a nutshell.
All right. I guess do we just want to dive in then and start a new playthrough?
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh boy. I'll do normal because why not? There's Monty eating some trash. I also voiced...
I like this game's art style a lot.
Oh yeah, it's like so cute. The reason I do so badly at the end of each beat 'em up section is because I'm too busy like loving the environment.
Did you bring any updates about the pesky intruder in my domain?
Nothing in that front so far, but there is a new situation we need to handle.
This is also me.
You talk about Nora's betrayal, right?
I couldn't tell, but I was gonna ask because this looks like the type of character you would voice.
Oh, tell me about it.
Sir, I didn't mean to...
Save your apologies. I have already sent assets to take care of it.
Assets.
You sent assets? But who? Most of our men are tracking the intruder.
I have sent Miss Held and her hellhound.
Them? She barely has
I
enough
love
training,
fighting
and
myself.
Monty is...
You dare doubt my wisdom?
Yes.
Sir,
I mean, here I am doubting
Your
it.
next task will be serving as Miss Held contact from HQ.
yes, it will be done, Lord Amon.
Not like I had dinner plans or anything.
After all these years, the time has finally come.
Spooky.
Something about the quality of that guy's voice reminds me of Metal Wolf Chaos, and I love. Oh, your dog talks. Excellent.
Yes!
What the hell do you want, Monty?
I ain't sure why we're going to the slums.
I told you when you left the house.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Bad dog.
I knew something like this would happen.
So, what are we doing in the slums?
We're going to kill somebody.
Who?
You know.
So your hoodie and your portrait kind of looks like it's made out of a garbage bag, and I'm just gonna assume that that's the material until proven otherwise.
I mean, they are a couple of trash babies. Look at them.
Last time.
Look at the subway they're on. That is actually a subway car. It's horrible.
I can, and I will. And no complaining this time. We finally got an important job.
I love your voice. It's such a good voice.
Thank you. This was such a fun role to do. It's different from what I normally do.
Not this witch again. Held's Pizza Place. May I take your order?
I just love their back and forth. I got to argue with myself so much.
If you are done, I have important information for you.
Okay. What is it?
Lord Amon honored you with the crucial task of eliminating the traitor Oz.
Why? You can actually take a joke and you're afraid of being infected?
But
For starters, He is a full-fledged.
So are you advancing the dialogue, or does this game just have like really good dialogue timing?
Maybe a little column A, a little column B.
Okay. Okay, this is really cute.
Impudent little brat.
They have great chemistry, the dog and
We're gonna scout
Vanessa.
ahead.
Don't take long. We need to get
Who
this
plays the
stuff
dog?
moved on.
Oh, you said this already.
Oh yeah, no, it's Austin Matthews. He's so good. He's so funny, and he's Roche in the Final Fantasy remake. He's
Must be a
just
trash bag
so
up ahead or
freaking
something.
talented. And he took Monty and just made him absolutely precious, while at the same time a piece of shit. That's a wonderful balance.
Monty, you always do this.
I love that the main character's name is Vanessa.
I never learn, do
Yeah.
Never can
I love that the voice you're doing for her is very, it sounds like in the episode of like if Epithet was a syndicated cartoon, it sounds like the episode where they like touch an artifact and it like swaps their personality to the opposite or something, and Percy becomes like a shitty trash baby criminal for a day, and that's a lot of fun.
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, click bashing sort of combos. Simple stuff. Yeah, I love it because when they asked me to audition for it, they were like, oh, we're not quite sure what we want, so just give us a couple different things, but she's not cutesy, and we want her to come across as tough, and it's kind of like it's not a game that takes itself super seriously, so have fun with it. And I threw them a couple different things, and the fact that they settled on this one was like, that was really good. We want to go in that direction. And I'm like, oh my god, that's perfect. It's just fun to do. I summoned a lot of Reaper vibes, but like Reaper if you were like a teenage girl who just couldn't handle it anymore.
Whenever I play, everyone I play Overwatch with, my usual Overwatch crew, they're all girls,
Oh.
and all of us main female heroes, except usually when we're doing DPS, we all main Reaper. So
Hell
we have
yeah.
team comps that we call Girls Night, where it's all women, and then Reaper, Girls Night.
Let's go shopping.
Have you ever seen, there's like artwork of, I think I've seen multiple people do it in the same vein, but it's like pastel goth, pretty pink Reaper skin concepts.
Oh my god, I adore those concepts. Like with the little kitty ears and it's all pastel pink and Lolita. It's so cute.
It's great. They should actually do that if they still updated Overwatch, which they don't.
Dead game is dead, even though I play
Except
it, like,
right now
every
when
night.
they're planning to make Moira a fucking unbeatable monster,
You know,
apparently.
I don't know why they do this. It's like they're like, we're sorry we don't have as many support heroes as you would like, but here's some undo buttons for you. Wouldn't that be fun?
Like, I don't even mind the concept of like a new support hero or even a tank actually, where instead of tanking damage by getting shot or having shields, which there's already too much of.
What are you doing here?
Hello, person.
This ain't the place
Sorry, I forgot he was here.
I go where I like.
Chill out, lady. I'm just trying to help you. The name's Billy. You can help, but
Looks
get
like
out of the
Junkrat.
way.
He does.
Did that dog talk? That's weird.
No one can talk. Look at your arm.
This
That's
arm is
weird.
the
I don't
gift
like
my
it.
boss gave me when he took over.
Your
Ugly.
boss.
Big
Any
Uggy.
chance he's called Oars?
That's right, chicken legs. And he's a great boss.
Where?
I love him.
That's the same tone the boss used a month ago.
You know what he gave me for Christmas? An iTunes gift card.
Was. Ain't inspiring confidence.
Listen to me, you vulgar scum. You tell me where to find Oars, or I'll fuck up your face as much as your arm.
Yeah. You're also gonna pay for calling me weird. I used to be in that game.
I really like this game so far. It looks good and has a lot of personality.
Yay! I'm so glad. It came out like in, I think April now. It was definitely during quarantine. And they recently released, I think I showed you already the custom skins,
Yeah.
the DLC skins, which are such a great touch.
Do you have like special lines for them when you wear them or no?
No, I can say that with confidence because, because they haven't had me back in to do anything like that. Although that's a bee to put in their bonnet. It would be a cute idea.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for the Monty's voice actor to get to do like a big sister Vanessa.
Why does it hurt here? Holy crap. Give me that. Okay.
I love my new hair.
Too soon even now. Oh, okay.
It is not too soon.
You have a point.
So what's this guy's blue bar?
Yes. So this triggering function will release these little grungos that fall out of him, and you'll see the blue bar beneath my HP. When that fills up in certain, I think, quarters for now, but I'll get more little bars, I can fuse with Monty, and we can have like if you think of Steven Universe, we become one and the same, and I have all of Monty's cool powers. Right now it's fire, and all lava-based, because he's a hellhound. But later on he'll get different things like poison miasma, or like spoilers, and you get to acquire that for yourself when you fuse with him.
Those rotten assholes we fought. This guy smelled just like him.
Explain the whole unmade part.
Spawn of corruption. Pretty nasty business. Horse handiwork, I assume.
This is going to suck.
Oh, they'll do most of the sucking, V, so, careful about that.
Ew.
I don't even know why I got out of bed today.
Maybe it was your fear of Anna pulling out your spine and playing it like a keytar?
Yes, that seems to be the reason.
So
Yeah, but before that guy popped up,
yes.
I wouldn't mind an Overwatch tank who is, instead of like absorbing damage or adding shields, which there's too many of already, the tank was based around dodging mechanics, and like you could pick an ally to essentially make invulnerable for like 2 seconds, and you could like toggle through them somehow. And then that kind of ability where their entire kit is based around team fades could work.
Yeah.
Like that would be a cool dive tank or something, and it would be very different, and it might actually make a tank that I enjoy playing for once. But I hate the feeling of getting shot. But like giving that to Moira's, I'm a Moira main. Moira is already way too good. She doesn't need these abilities. So my hope is that they are testing this on her to see if it's viable for a new hero, and then they're gonna be like, well, okay, thanks for the test, bye, we're getting rid of this off of Moira, because it was a stupid fucking idea.
I'm feeling like it must be that, because like they're so quiet about everything right now. This is the only way they can really accomplish much of testing anything, because I'm sure they couldn't bring those huge $20,000 computers with them home for a quarantine. So it's like, well, you know what? Let's just throw some stuff on the experimental card and, play around with concepts and make a new character out of this, because it's not like Moira to protect her team in such a desperate way. Like, she's either experimenting on you and taking your life force to do it, or she's, healing you because she needs you later.
Yeah, and God, the heal ball change of doing 150 damage per second if you are on top of it is such a bad idea. Like, goddamn, it is. So I've been playing on and off since the game came out, and my main. I've played old Symmetra, new Symmetra, and Moira, because they just took old Symmetra and then made half of her Moira.
Right.
And the people just don't get out of the way of the damage balls. Like, they're just like, I'll tank it. And like, if there's a Reinhardt protecting his team and I throw a 150 DPS damage ball at him, he will die.
Absolutely. No, it is insane, because like they want to call it a skill shot. Like their justification is just like, oh, well, we want to give something special to the player, make them feel like they can make huge plays. And it's like, that's not any more huge than trying to figure out where your ball's going to go after you throw it and hitting it against a wall just the right way. Like, you've essentially taken the same amount of skill required for that and just compacted into a one-on-one, rather than just, let me take a little bit from the whole team, the whole squad here.
Yeah, and Okay, first of all, like, I want to, like, players should feel like they make big plays. Overwatch, frankly, isn't the game for that. It's not designed for single-player swings.
Yeah.
And also, Moira is already one of the heroes where you can single-handedly get big plays. It's really, really easy to get, like, at bare minimum 4, usually 5 gold Moira, and then get play of the game with her giant, stupid fuck you beam. It's so fucking easy.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't over here hearing any Moira mains clamoring over, like, I don't feel like I do enough.
Yeah, no, Moira's great. Like, to the point, if I hear any opinion on her, it's that she's too good, and I kind of agree.
I feel bad for these hobos, but they're in the way.
I bet Vanessa doesn't feel bad for them. It's fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine. It's not like they made me
Did I-
record any sorry lines for it. Oops.
Two thoughts. A, I just realized that, like, I can hear you better right now than I could on our Skype session, so this is the most complete conversation I've ever had with you.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, you were really cutting out on that Skype session when we recorded Percy, just because it was
know.
Skype.
Yeah, Skype sucks.
Skype's so bad. But luckily you're great, so I would just hear like 1.5 out of 3 takes and be like, yeah, give me like
Oh.
one more for safety, and then we're probably good. And then we were.
That, coupled with the fact that I am now a slave to Spectrum, and I used to have... Why are you running towards me? I used to have Verizon, and I was like, oh man, this is pretty great. Like, it rarely drops out. And then we moved, and it's just like, sorry, can't do that here. Here's some Wi-Fi some of the time.
Sorry, the duopoly in this area is owned by this one.
Essentially. So that didn't help matters much, on top of Skype being really not that great. That's right, run away.
The
glad,
other
though.
thing I was going to say is, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you. Maybe I did. But I think it was after the Epithet recording sessions, because I realized midway through production that your handle is Dusty Old Roses on things. And I was like, that sounds like familiar. I wonder if I was ever in another project with you. And I wasn't, but ages and ages and ages ago, back when because I do YouTube stuff, and when I hopped on a YouTube partner, they would try to pretend to want to engage with you across platforms, which I'm glad they've stopped. But I remember I signed on with Full Screen, and they were like, we're doing this Facebook thing. This was also back when I used Facebook. Jesus Christ, this was literally like 6 or 7 years ago. And they were like, so we're doing this vote for your favorite of our 4 creators this week thing on Facebook. And I looked, and you were one of the other 3 options, I remember.
Hey.
And because my manager at the time, who was probably, 17 managers ago, there's no job with a higher turnover rate than influencer manager, because it's not a job. They were like, oh yeah, this other girl does voice acting, and I think you did Female Scout from TF2.
Yeah, that chestnut.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah. So I have bumped elbow with you years
Awesome.
and years ago, which is kind of funny.
That's so cool. I hadn't even realized. They certainly didn't let me know they were doing that kind of stuff.
I think you won too.
No.
Yeah, no, I definitely remember losing, because
Aw.
I was like, is this a thing I should engage with? And no was the answer, but I didn't know that.
Oh, YouTube days. They actually, I was with, I forget. I think it was, Full Screen for a while because of all the TF2 content, and people were like, yeah, this is awesome, make more. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm having fun. And then life happened, so I was uploading less frequently, and I'm like, I can't really make this in particular thing my career. Other people can, but I'm not in the lifestyle of it at this point in my life. Maybe at some other point when I'm more stable. And then I, at an area of my life where I was like, you know what, now might be that time. I decided to move away from my office jobs as much and just do temp work when I'm needed, and focus more on going to classes, going for voiceover and doing more voiceover, dedicating myself to voiceover. And I was like, this is great. This is a good move for me. I went to a counselor for like almost a full year to discuss this kind of change in my life. I feel confident. Let's go. Let's make this transition. And then I was also surprised with our belated honeymoon to go to Japan, where I broke my ankle. And I was
How'd you break your ankle?
I slipped down a flight of stairs in the rain because there's absolutely zero traction on any buildings out there in Ikebukuro. And I was laid up for like half a year, and in that half a year I wasn't exactly in the mindset to upload content, and they kicked me from the partnership, understandably. So I was just like, you know what, fuck you. You wanted me to make a vlog about my recovery, and that probably would have been lucrative.
That's very gross. That's very gross and exploitative.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, the reason I like full screen in my experience is because they picked up that I never wanted to talk to them and I was just using them to get a little more money, which is great because they're using me to get money. And like, let's not pretend it's more than that.
You come here and you see my mom and you're a very nice fellow, but don't ask me to call you Dad.
Like literally for a while, like for the first like maybe, I don't know, year. I went through maybe 3 or 4 different managers, and they'd be like, "Hey, I'm Charles, and I'm gonna be your new guy, taking over for Kevin. Let me know what your plans are to grow your channel." And I'd be like, "Hey, Charles, here's what's up. That's cool. I'll get back to you when I can. I'm out of the office right now." "Yo, dude, my name's Stu. I'm taking over for Charles, who quit immediately." And I pretty much did that like 6 times in a row. And I just went, "Oh, all right. I'm not even going to bother to like put in the time to know your names." And I didn't. And it was never the wrong decision.
Oh my God. I mean, at least it's genuine.
I mean, it's genuine when I ignore them enough that they don't bother me anymore.
Nice. Oh boy. So a little more explanation, I guess, on the game. So basically, we're tracking down Ors, which is a traitor to my boss, Lord Amon. Basically, they're all demons in hell. Bosses, right? So then he's infecting the human world. All these were basically once humans, and now they're all like demonic, filled with like weird pink cancer cells, essentially. That's actually the name of one of the chapters coming up, is Bright Pink Cancer. And it was funny because I was like, okay, well, there's going to be a whole bunch of guys involved in this. This is really a bigger cast than I thought initially, because they did get a publisher, so they were able to do a lot more with the game than they initially thought when they asked me to audition. So I'm like, okay, cool. I can't wait to see who's going to be voicing this Ors guy, who's going to be voicing my boss and all that stuff. And it turns out that a lot of it was just them being like, "Do you also think you can do this?" I mean, of course, with paying me and such, but it was just like, "Hey, how's your scruffy bum voice? How's your, your secretary to a Dark Lord demon voice?" And I'm like, cool, yeah, just so half of this, if not more, is just me and Austin doing different voices for various monsters and such. So that's always fun to just be like, oh yeah, that's that weird grunting they made me do.
I need to get my groove.
That's what happens when I get distracted. But that's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. So who do you play on Overwatch? Why talk about the game we're playing?
when the Overwatch tea is so much hotter. Right. So I initially started out as a Lucio main, and I've been playing since launch, so it's like this is a long sordid history. But I was a Lucio main for a bit, and then I was just like, okay, now I'm gonna start taking competitive a little seriously. And then I was like, but Zarya is fun. I like Zarya. Maybe I'm a tank main. And I was like, okay, I can't be a tank main if my team doesn't want to be protected. So
yeah, I can't be a tank main if I want to have fun. So
But so I moved on from Zarya to, and before I go through this portal, because I'm sure it'll trigger a cutscene or something. Then I moved on to Anna, and I was like, I live and die for you, Anna. You're so great. Your characterization is cool. Your backstory is cool. They got so adventurous. You're actually like an elderly kick-ass woman from, you know, who's not white and who also has an equally badass daughter. Like, sign me the fuck up. So that helped me.
I miss the era when I was like so fucking hyped for Anna, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to learn more about the Overwatch lore and story. But I was like, oh, it's all bullshit and really bad. That's a bummer. I really wish. I remember when Hamster came out. I remember going like, if they had just at the very start of this gone like, look, there is no story. This is just stupid. Like, look, we just wanted some Mad Max guys to fight some cowboys, to fight some soldiers, to fight a hacker. Just fight each other. It doesn't fucking matter what the setup is. And that would have been amazing. And then it could have just been like fun interactions and goofy scenes. And then like when Hamtaro is like, I killed your dad, Winston, it'd be like, fine, who cares? Literally, who cares? But they're like, no, Overwatch is very serious and we've put a lot of thought into our world. TF2 has more story with its comics. The TF2 comics are no joke, like a masterpiece. They are so funny.
I never, you know, for as long as I've been out of the TF2 game, anytime they would update the comic, I'd be like, well, here we go again.
Guess I'm rereading all of these.
Yep, here I go, falling down the rabbit hole and loving every second of it.
Someone in chat. My favorite Overwatch lore is the fact that McCree is canonically 3 different ages, ranging from 25 to 100, depending on the narrative.
Don't get me started. It is true, and it's so stupid. It's like that you have to go on social media and be like, actually, guys, we're sorry. We made a mistake. Everyone in this picture that we drew and spent time on in this animatic or this video, everyone's supposed to look older. So, guys, when you go back and watch that video, remember, everyone's supposed to look older. Oh, sorry. What?
Like, even if they were just like, look, we fucked up, here's the canonical age, but like, no, that never. Just like, no, it's all very well thought out. We're not fucking around.
So yeah, Anna, and more recently, Orisa as well.
Then we kick his ass. Stop worrying about it.
I know, but you still need to keep your eyes peeled.
Okay. Don't need to tell me that twice, considering our surroundings.
Great, let's move.
Little Garbo babies.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
I'm glad. But then...
Your eyes weren't peeled enough, darling.
Hello. It's me, the angel. Give me that money. Oh, crap. I've been forgetting to buy upgrades. Ooh. Okay. Doesn't really matter. I'll get them all eventually.
So how long is this game in terms of like total play time?
I beat it on my husband's account. We swapped off just to play different levels together, and I think that took us about, I want to say 10 hours total or something. So this will be a nice taste. Yeah, it's
that's a real game. So you said, were you can you play as the dog? Is there co-op?
There is co-op.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So Monty's stats here, you can keep upgrading them and they'll just happen passively as you're fighting. But if you were playing co-op, this would be the tree that you would be paying attention to for Monty's character. And he would run around, and that would involve a little bit more coordination because you'd have to tell your partner, like, okay, I need you to trigger this filled up enemy now so I can get those blue grungos to fall out of him and power up, and okay, I want to fuse now. But it's really, really fun. It's like a cool dynamic. Like, everyone wants to know, like, well, can you pet the dog in this game? Like, can you be the dog? Like, everyone wants the dog.
You can be the dog.
Yeah, and then you can pet yourself.
Maybe the weirdest way to phrase that. I guess I should ask, so is grungos just your own like nonsense term for pickups, or is that actually what they're called?
No, that's my nonsense word, like doodads or MacGuffins or whatever.
I know. I like it. I just needed to check since this is like a Heaven and Helly game. It's like, oh, we gotta grab the
Grungos.
grungos. Yeah, the
That's health. I'll leave that for later.
It's one of those. You can tell it's a good word because the minute you're like, I gotta grab these grungos, I was just like, oh yeah, gotta get the grungos. That's obviously the term for them.
I mean, look at them. They're grungo shaped.
I occasionally use like yorbles for items like that, which is from Tak and the Power of Juju, I think.
Whoa! You blew my mind. I haven't thought about that in a dog's age.
That's like a game I kind of want to revisit because I remember it being like hard but kind of interesting when I was really little. Whoa.
Yeah, these guys got a little more serious. But yeah, wow, that's cool.
Also, glowy glows. Glowy glow is my term for just like fucking anything. Just like, oh yeah, gotta get the glowy glows.
Especially when they glow, you gotta get the glowy glows.
Yeah. Why else would they glow if you're not supposed to get them?
It's like, don't be a tease. Everyone wants something that glows. We came out of the darkness of primordial times so that we can glow. They're so fast. No.
People in chat still talking about Overwatch because it's fun to roast.
Absolutely.
Have you ever? One of my favorite Overwatch posts of all time is that it's like a fake. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Actually, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love this. No, come on, it's a post.
I hate these little guys. Ugh.
Love this. I've seen this post like 6 times. I should be able to find it. All right, I don't want to spend that much time on this, but it's basically this guy going like, all right, we got some. We're like about half a year away from launching our game. I'm really excited, you guys. My fellow companions at Blizzard, terrifying man known to Blizzard staff only as Blue Skin Guy creeps out of the vents. One of them have blue skin. Fine, if you agree to leave us alone for another year, we will give one of them blue skin. The contract is sealed. And then like 3 years later, someone was making fun of one of the head writers in for World of Warcraft, who has like very openly waifued one of his own characters, who is like this giant blue lady, and will like sometimes like RP as her on official accounts. Ooh. And is very clearly like, I want this lady to step on me, and she's blue. And people like would take that guy and reply to Blue Skin Guy post as him. It's like, you guys, we found the identity of Blue Skin Guy.
Oh my. I mean, it's a good color. If your waifu has to be any color, blue is okay.
It's just like that kind of stuff though, where like I wish they just decided to be fun and stupid. And when it's just like, why is Widowmaker blue? Just like, oh, she was the result of terrible
experimentation.
And now her blood is slow, so her skin looks blue. It's like, shut up, just say she's blue. No one asks the Smurfs why they're blue. Who gives a fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, somebody just linked the Blue Skin Guy post. I want to see how close. Oh yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Yeah, there is this long post of this big Blue Skin Guy. Yeah, it's just a bunch of people. It's like a big long call out post for this history of Blue Skin Guy.
Oh Lord. Loving it.
Yeah, his self-insert character is blue. He has a giant giant life-size statue of this character in his room.
Oh man. You know, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, there's much worse things to kind of self-indulgently sneak into your work, but it is very funny.
It is.
When it's okay. I'm gonna read this again just because now I actually have the post. Blizzard concept artist. Here are ideas for female characters. The weird dude everyone knows only as Blue Skin Guy. Oh god, it would be so hot if you made their skin blue. We will sacrifice one character view if you don't speak to us again for another year. I accept the contract. That was pretty close.
Holy crap. Awesome.
Hello, Bo in chat. Shout out to the one guy who insisted Widowmaker had a giant ass and broken spine because it was referential to a spider's abdomen. Yeah, okay.
All right. We're all horny some of the time, but get over yourself.
You don't have. Oh yeah, it was a spider. Jesus Christ. My favorite is when they have a character whose like model is like May is really bad about this, where her model is very like for a certain model, and then when she doesn't have the coat on, her spine is just fucking broken.
They really.
It's real bad.
It's just like, no, guys, it was a glitch. We went in and fixed it. Don't. Okay, there's something back here. This is why they made it so hard. Excuse me. Don't be alive.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Just get out. All right. No.
This place reeks of high
Okay. So the little purple pustules pop and hurt you, and then the blue ones don't hurt you. Blue. Ow.
Oh, that's kind of funny, honestly.
Yeah, they just bounce you around, which is pretty great because later on I'll get a weapon that helps me summon little itty bitty minions that look a lot like Mike Wazowski, but purple. You've been seeing the green version of them. That's more Mike Wazowski-esque. But if you run with them through like big, thick areas that are filled with these blue ones, they'll bounce around too, and they just go flying between each one. So all you hear is like at high velocities.
That's funny.
Oh, health, but I don't need it. I guess that means I'm doing well. Oh, he's back.
Oh, hey, man. What's up?
It's Junkrat.
No chance.
Yeah, get out of the way before you get hurt.
If that's how it's gonna be, then I'm gonna go clubbing.
Clubbing? This ain't time for dancing.
He means he'll hit us with the bat.
Oh, I get it. He's a dumbass.
Oh, man.
I forgot that line. Oh my god.
Yeah, for me, so far, the big selling point of the game is the voice work on the two main characters. It's really funny.
I love it. Oof. Okay.
I was so worried the first time you encountered this guy that he was just going to be like a 40-minute boss fight because he takes no damage. So I'm really glad to see that
He's just a pussy, that's all.
he's just a recurring boss
It's
with
just
1,000 HP.
Yeah, it keeps things a little interesting. It's just like, oh, do I have to slaw away on this one boss right off the bat? No, but it's just like, no, he's just kind of a wimp, and he's just like, no, don't hit me. I gotta run away now. All right, so let me show off Vanessa's fuse form. I did it earlier by accident, but I tap R, and then Monty goes away, but I'm way more powerful, and I heal as I'm in this form in case I'm very low on health. And I can shoot a gun.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'll get out of it, though, because I don't want to waste absolutely all of it.
And there's different, like, power-up flavors you can get of that, and that's the lava form.
That's like the Hellhound form, and then later on we'll get like a poison one. I think there's two more. One of them is, I think technically spoilers, but not really. And then there's another one that's, I think, oh gosh, I forget. It's been a while since we played through this. Would you go down already? Like, we get it. You have a baseball bat.
No, I've got a lot more going on than just that.
There you go.
I'm also starting to take up some improv on the side.
I learned
Great! Bad. Great!
I learned how to make sourdough in my spare time.
My starter's name is Jennifer.
So yeah, that was the first chapter. Awesome, we survived, and I can't make this go faster. Oh well.
I love that it's not letter ratings until the end, so it's just good, bad, perfect.
B? Oh boy. All right.
Have you ever heard the I think it's Sonic Sonic Unleashed, I think, has different music for the different like tiers of how well you cleared a level. And the E rank Sonic cleared music sounds so sarcastic. It's really good.
Oh man, I haven't, but that sounds like fun. It's like, okay, I guess you finished it.
2, maybe 3,000.
Huh. I'm actually surprised
Oy.
the boss managed to cover it up.
Old fart might be a bore, but he knows his stuff.
If that's the case, how did ores slip through the cracks?
He kind of loses interest after a while. That's how he is.
So he forgot ores. If somebody created bright pink cancer, I wouldn't forget him.
Most of Amon's favorites are forgotten and end up acting up.
I hope he never gets interested in us. I wouldn't cause this much damage on my own.
I bet you
Luckily,
can
I have a
help
dog.
me too. Don't underestimate you.
Oh, thank you, Monty.
Thank you, good Popo.
Codependent puppy.
I give you one trash treat.
This is just a bone you found in a trash can.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right.
Cutie.
Oh, excellent. Someone, I don't know if you have the time to listen to this Sonic Unleashed song or the meme and to have stream hear it, but this is what it sounds like. I'll put it in general.
Yeah, sure. Let's go forward. Okay. But money.
Money. Yeah, I've been on and off Junkrat main through all of Overwatch.
Nice.
Was really, really into old Symmetra and sometimes into new Symmetra. Once Reaper got his ability to eat health from just from shooting enemies instead of picking up the stupid death orbs, I started maining Reaper.
Yeah, that was always kind
God,
of
I
a strange
forgot.
mechanic.
Yeah.
It's like, here, now that the fight's over, go on a scavenger hunt.
You can also get it from your own dead teammates, which is kind of weird incentive.
But also, like, it's on brand
It's on
for him.
brand, I guess. Yeah.
There's the Mike Wazowski guy. Hi. Die. There you go. Wait, no. Nope. Okay. Okay. Grungos and oh. Okay. No.
If they're
Okay.
Grungos, you should pick them up.
All right. There's also been lore that I've been picking up, but leave some of the mystique to people who want to head over and play the game for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite thing a game can do is give you like a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door catalog or just any level of like, here's all the enemies you're fighting, pick up their shit to learn about them.
Yeah. It's nice because you don't have to like stop everything you're doing to know it. And like when you have a moment, you go back and you're like, oh, that's why they did what they did. Checkpoint.
Don't get too close. That stage has been clogged.
Okay, so this one has kind of like a,
That's how bad it
you know, the way Sombra's hack also kind of muffles your audio.
Yeah.
Somehow this guy's stink does the same thing. So now my screen's clouded up because it stinks so bad and I can't hear. Well, barely hear.
You ever smell something so bad it destroys your hearing?
Essentially. Okay. Oh, he's still alive. Damn it.
It's like the opposite of that fake bake. It's also like the how when you smell something really nice, you get heightened senses and superpowers. So like if you're walking to like a Jewel Osco or a grocery store and they've got that fake bakery bread smell that they have, and you can suddenly hear for a mile.
I love supermarket fake bread smell. It is pretty much
It's a good smell.
orgasmic at first thing in the morning if you're bleary-eyed. It's like, I know. I know the illusion, but I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah.
No, stop it.
Got people,
Stop it.
I went to the grocery store and for the first time in a while, there were like so many people there. I just went home. I was like, nah, I don't want to bother.
No. Understandable. Eat. Mine, and eat.
I am lucky, and I've been living in every time I go somewhere, everybody's wearing a mask, which is nice.
That is nice. I wish I saw more
I mean,
of that.
it shouldn't be a high bar.
Dodge what?
You'll see.
Okay. Now this is a crystal like the enemies. I have to charge up with attacks, and then ground goes.
Ready to combine.
Okay. Meme Dina. Medina. I don't know. Okay.
The Grongo thing also reminded me when I used to play Team Fortress 2. I can't anymore because every time I go on a server, there's at least like 9 slurs in every chat, and it grosses me out.
Par for the
It's
course.
very bad. But I ended up, I don't know how, but slowly over years of playing it and further corrupting different phrases, I don't think I call any of the classes by their own names anymore. Because I hung out with somebody who called scouts scoots, and I picked that up and then extrapolated, and I think everyone but medic and demo have the wrong name now.
Good.
So,
You call heavies hoovies?
I do, yeah. Hoovies, sometimes spy is just spy because it's so short. Like if it's like, oh shit, spy. But if like one bumps into me, I'll usually say spoo. Like there's a spoo around here. What's the other one? Snips. Just snips.
Oh, yeah,
instead of snipers.
snips.
It's like, ah shit, there's a snip. Get that snip.
Get that snip.
I've started doing the same thing for Overwatch because I have this comical inability to speak while playing a game, which is one of the reasons that for this week and previous ones I was like, yes, I will be the co-commentator because I am so bad at thinking and I can't do more than one thing at once.
I hear you.
So,
I'm right there with you. Like, it's hard for me to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, but I manage somehow.
I have a cartoonish inability during Overwatch to name anyone correctly in moments of like danger. So anyone who has like I very much categorize things visually in my head, and oftentimes that's predominated by color. So if I see something that is a similar color to it or shape as another hero, I will usually say the wrong one of the pair, or if there's like phonetic similarities. So I often call Roadhogs Reapers by accident.
Aw, Fat Reapers.
Symmetra, Sombra, and Pharah are all like Pokemon starter triangle affected, like that. They're all moved one over, so I always name the wrong one every single time. I sometimes call Mercy's Pharahs for no reason.
It's like a certain type of Overwatch dyslexia.
Yeah, that's a good way of phrasing it. And I think the people who play with me now just like will be like, well, okay, there's someone I should be looking at, and they'll find them, but I don't even correct myself anymore because I'm just wrong so often that it's like whatever.
We in this household we've taken to calling Wrecking Ball as neither Hammond or Wrecking Ball, and somehow he's adopted the moniker Hamston. It's a kind of marriage between Hammond and Winston because he was related to Winston's backstory in a weird way. So we just jokingly started calling him Hamston, and now it's like fully what we call him. Like even when we're like taking a game serious, it's like, oh shit, it's Hamston. Okay.
I call so when how do you pronounce the name of the new shield hero who is Torbjorn's granddaughter?
Brigitte? I just say
Okay.
Brig usually.
Yeah, I say Bridge, or I call her London Bridge, because when she came out, like literally when she came out, 2 different Overwatch sources called her different things. I was like, well, which one is it? And then Jeff Kaplan shows up and he's like, hi, Jeff from the Overwatch team here.
Was too good.
Like he just came up with something like that wasn't either of them and was like very clearly wrong. And I was just like, what is her fucking name?
Somebody tell me now.
Instead of trying to learn it and like go out of my way, because I didn't play her and she was like busted as fuck for a while, so I was like, I hate her. I'm not gonna learn her name. So I've just called her Bridge ever since.
Oh, it's the bridge.
Other Bridge.
Yeah, I mean, it's very on brand for Overwatch, though, to not take a firm stand as to what their character is freaking named. And finally have to have the voice actors be like, oh, it's pronounced, if, you know, we're talking Swedish, it's pronounced Brigitte. And it's like, thank you, because Blizzard wasn't certainly going to tell us.
Well, we don't want to take a stance and ruin any player's experience, so we've decided not to have a canon age for our characters or names.
Frippin' guard. Oh, it hurts.
Still, I think my favorite thing that ever came out of Overwatch was the guy who used to do Jeff Kaplan remixes anytime there was a new video.
I love
that came
Dino
out.
Flask. I love him.
Yeah, Dino Flask was amazing, and
Oh my God.
the best one was the ongoing joke of either Jeff Kaplan inserting himself into the game or playing a new character who is a long-range beam sniper, and then the 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3 Jeff Kaplan remix, which is my favorite version of that meme. It's just like, gonna take you out with a long-range beam. Thought it might be interesting to see what you'll say when we nerf Tree.
Good. Okay. Stop. I don't like how tight this is. Stop. Stop. Oh, God.
Jeff Kaplan sings Welcome to the Black Parade is the best Dino Flask video. I have never seen that one. Excited for Overwatch 2? Not at all. I'm probably not gonna get it.
No, they don't get any more of my money after this.
Yeah,
Stop it.
I love that nobody likes Overwatch anymore.
Even the people who play every day, like me, don't freaking like it. It's just like, I was talking to my husband about this the other day. He asked me, honey, do you like Overwatch? Because you yell about it a lot, and but you play it every night. And I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I am in the midlife crisis stage of my relationship with Overwatch. We got married way too young on launch. I always had them in my life.
It kept
almost
asking me to
obsessively.
buy it more gift boxes all the time.
It started picking up new interests that I didn't understand, like esports, and started seeing new people, started not paying attention to, like, maybe, giving me an event every now and again, not even charging me for it. I would have paid, and now I'm just like, I'm so done. I can't.
Had some really weird political opinions in regards to the Hong Kong protests, and that made me kind of uncomfy. So, gosh, I don't know where we are right now.
And that's precisely where I feel I am with this game. It's just like, yeah, well, I'm committed, but I don't have to be happy about it.
Yeah, I have the majority of my friend group is really into Final Fantasy's MMO, which I can't play MMOs because I have a very bingey way of doing anything, but especially video games. I will just sit down and play video games like non-stop until I finish them.
I get
and
ya.
You can't with an MMO. So
No, that's life ending, basically.
yeah, it's really bad for me. So I can't do that. Also, I was doing Epithet when they all got into it, and I was like kind of hoping they'd be like, all right, this will be a thing they do for a couple months, but like no, still a thing they do. And it has just enough life that like every month they'll like add a new member of my friend group who wasn't in it already, and I'm like, you guys, please, I'm so tired of seeing like 9 of my friends in one place and then going, oh.
I guess I won't go.
Yeah.
I guess you guys can have fun without me. 2 big boys. Ugh. Okay.
Monty, it's time.
Okay. Yeah, I've been very interested to pick up. It's 14, right?
Yeah.
I've been like really interested. I tried the test, the demo, like on an old laptop, and I got only so far before I was like, you know what, I could probably do this, but also I don't have money. So
Yeah, I don't. I'm not the person to ask whether it's good or not, because this is like, you're walking up to like a person who his entire friend group is very into heroin and going like, hey man, what's Skag about? Should I get into it? And I'm just like, I mean, I won't tell you that my friends don't like it, but I don't know if I want to recommend this to you.
like, I mean, I have morals. Oh boy. But it does look like a fun time. It gives me like I don't know, I guess I'm trying to recapture the same whimsy I had when I played Crystal Chronicles with my husband for the first time. And I'm not even all that much into the Final Fantasy lore, or up to date or informed at all. But he introduced me to Crystal Chronicles and I was like, oh my god. This is literally like everything stepping into a fantasy world should feel like. It's not an MMO or anything, and multiplayer is a bitch to do. We had to get Game Boy Advances and do some stupid cable thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that game I've heard is like significantly worse solo in most ways, and that is significantly bad with multiplayer, and has that like GameCube era multiplayer where they're like, yeah man, play Four Swords Adventures with your friends. You've got 3 friends who all have GBAs and the exceedingly finicky Game Boy to GameCube attachment cable, right?
No, we hunted that shit down at a convention because we were just like, no, we gotta do this multiplayer at some point. Yeah, and then finally, one of those like retro stands that pop up in the dealer's room, we were like, okay, we're making this happen. No going back now. And it was pretty great. But damn if they didn't make us work for it.
Yeah. That was I rented that game from Blockbuster, he said, oldly. And I was like, I've always heard things about Final Fantasy. I like to try it out. And that's like not a Final Fantasy game, really. It's very much its own thing. And I didn't really like it because I thought it was really hard. But I love the opening theme that plays when you start a new game. So I would start it and then just start new games over and over again.
And then just vibe.
Yeah. It's that singer, I believe it's Donna Summer, is the same vocalist from Metal Gear Solid 5 and Peace Walker.
Whoa. I had no idea, actually.
Whoa, don't you mean?
Whoa!
God, if you... Best way to get me hyped is to throw some Metal Gear Solid vocal tracks at me.
That's a good way to get hyped.
Those.
Nice tune.
Yeah.
It was a nice tune. It was from Metal Gear Solid.
Sorry, why are you just destroying that radio? I was on another tab.
Oh, sure. That was essentially the little hidden things in the game where it's like, well, break all the radios and we'll show you more concept art.
Okay.
Which I didn't do in my playthrough earlier in April. So I haven't been looking out for them, but I will try to make a point of it because there is still a lot of art that, even though I'm in the game, I haven't seen yet. Lore.
Say no to intel.
Lore. I really love the graphics and stuff.
Yay.
Just like the game has a nice UI aesthetic.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Like, that's the kind of shit that I care about and not most other people do. That's like one of the only things, like I have a lot of critique about Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal as mostly writing wise, but Royal is a much better game in every feature, except I remember picking it up and immediately going, oh, they made a few almost imperceptible changes to the UI. That is, and like I'm a graphic designer, it's like, aw, it's ugly. Like, and it's barely worse. Like I think they even patched one out where for in between segments sometimes you'd see like people on the subway or at the end of every day there's like a here's how many people like the Phantom Thieves with the shot of the city, and then there's 4 bubbles of NPCs just being like, here's the collective consciousness and what they think right now. And they changed the text, they changed the font in the whole game. It's very barely different, but in those text bubbles, it's like now like maybe 10% off center to the right, or it was. I think they patched it out, and it drove me insane every time I saw it. I was like, it's my job to see this shit, and the
Of
fact that
course.
like it objectively doesn't matter, but I'm losing my marbles.
Yeah, well, it grates on you when you can spot those kind of things. That's and especially everyone can appreciate when things are in balance, and I feel like on some
The other
small
thing
level
is-
you can feel it.
The other thing is that P5, like whatever you think about the gameplay or its writing or the characters, it's like legitimately the most stylized good UI UX game I've ever seen in my life. So when the remake was like literally 1% worse and it went from being like an A++ to like an A++, I was like, whatever.
Understandable. Oh boy, yeah, I appreciate this game's it's a really clean UI, not cluttered in any way. I see everything pretty simply. I don't feel distracted at all when I have to keep track of certain things. It's pretty good. That one. Okay, boss fight coming up. Boop. Guess who it is?
Is it our friend?
Fine.
It's our friend!
It's time to end this.
For the third time.
This time.
Buddy, you could have just left.
Get it? Battered? It's a bat?
I don't. Can you explain in depth?
Oh, okay. So basically, he has a bat, right?
Okay.
Okay, and he's gonna hit me with it.
What'll that do?
Okay, it will hurt me, but also he's doing it with a bat, and one of the synonyms for hurt is battered. So
Oh, I thought he was doing like a chef pun. That's like cake batter, but no. Oh man, that went right over my head.
oh my god.
See, this is why we need the insight from the voice actors, because like all this stuff, it would just like sneak right by me.
It's layers. Stop it. All right, no. No, don't do that. Let's be fancy.
Let's get him. Gun.
Gun? Like, you have a bat? I have a gun.
So, did you cover your bat in pea soup? What's your end goal?
His bat's going through puberty right now. It's got a lot of pustules, and it's very self-conscious about that.
I mean, I'll give this to the word pustule. It's very accurate to what it is, but what an awful word.
One of my least favorite words in the English language, frankly. And yet, not moist. I know a lot of people have an issue with the word moist. They're like, don't say it, don't say it.
I don't have any opinions on moist. For me, I hate a sound, and it's the fondue flu, that like ooh, I hate that sound. So any word that has that I don't like, because one time I very, very rarely get stomach illnesses. I've had like maybe 2 or 3 non-head cold illnesses in my life. And I have distinct memories of when I was little. I was staying at home and was like sick enough that I was like, vomiting out nothing because I'd thrown up so much already. And
I hate that.
I remember on TV, because that's what when you're little and sick, you just look at TV all day until you feel better. I saw this commercial for the chocolate factory, which was, for anyone who's like too young to remember this, was like one of those infomercials, and it's just this like big stupid plastic kit that was a mix and match fondue thing, and along with some bits and baubles on it, and they were like, oh, here, oh, now he's dead.
Oh.
Spit out where Oars was.
Bad.
Oopsie doodle.
Great.
Well, I was having fun games. Sorry. Didn't know you were
Sorry.
the fun police.
You were bad. And it, the commercial, these are like long Cartoon Network-y commercials. They were like a whole minute at their full version, and it was just like slow shots of like meat chunks into like cheese fondue, and they kept saying the word fondue over and over again, and I just threw up nothing into a bucket, and I kind of never forgot that sensation.
That's terrible.
My nose is burnt out at this point, so I'm gonna...
That hammer.
What
Went too
about it?
fast.
You didn't hear me? That hammer.
Should I grab it?
Duh.
Beep.
Can you feel the power?
I only feel like throwing up. It feels slimy.
Give it a couple test swings.
Just slides right out of your hands.
Wonderful. So that's the grossest hammer I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It sounds like it would make a noise when you impact something with it.
But I'll show you the best part about it. I can spawn all the Mike Wazowskis I want.
Someone in chat, I need ideas for stuff to blow $25 on. This is really unrelated. Well, I have a Patreon.
I mean, there you go, guys.
Oh, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you, though I have said it in some semi-unofficial capacities before. But this is a stream, so I might as well. Since the whole entertainment industry is like borked for a year,
Yeah.
I imagine that will not help getting Epithet shit rolling, since if I were Verve, my priorities once everything got back on its feet and like my employees were back in the office would not be like, remember that plucky little show with 7 episodes? Let's give that more money. I was gonna do like essentially light novels that were the continuing story, and then make audiobooks out of them, so that I would still get to do the fun part of making Epithet, which was writing and voice directing it.
I mean, just cut out the middleman. That sign me up, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Only
unfortunately, I have Percy and Zora's VAs this week on stream, and unfortunately, those are the two people who are pretty much not going to be in the next 2 books outside of maybe 1 or 2 scenes.
Oh no.
You get to be really, really important for the 3rd story arc.
Woo! Is that
which
the prison-y one? I mean, not for no
No,
spoilers.
no, that's not really a spoiler. The next, I'm planning to do 2 books for what would have been season 2, because they're very different. In the same way that like season 1 was like, here's a story in a museum, and then now for something completely different for 3 episodes. So it's gonna be 1 book that's mostly about Molly's older sister.
Oh yeah, I've seen art
and-
of her from your Twitter and people's renditions of
Yeah.
that. That's so cute.
And it's essentially that story arc's going to be set in a giant gingerbread house, and it's kind of borrowers flavored.
I love
And then
the borrowers.
the second half of that storyline is in a prison, and Percy does show up, but there's already so many characters that I really can't put her in there without gunking up the works.
Yeah.
And also, she couldn't reasonably be in this prison for reasons. But then the story arc after that is essentially a big mystery investigation arc with like pretty much all the characters who exist so far as protagonists in some capacity, and she is leading the investigation. So you become the team leader for what I think to that point is the longest single storyline.
Wow. Sounds awesome.
Oh shit.
Ooh, that sounded like something
So
breaking.
do you think it'll be renewed? Did you say that it wasn't? Because that would be bad. I have no idea. I've been assuming no since the show ended, because that's the safe assumption.
Yeah.
And like, again, it cost like a smidge over $300,000, which I am still paying off. So, like, and like I make a good amount of money a year, but it will take on my own 3 years to get that much money back. And now I'm 26, so I'm also paying for health insurance and the place I live in. Whereas before I had like $150,000 saved up from. Get it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough. I mean, that was a huge investment you made, but the payoff was so damn worth it. It was so quality, and you got
I
to do
was
it
talking
exactly
about
how you
this-
wanted.
I was talking about this with it is very cool to be like, yeah, I'm one of like the 2,000 humans who has made the cartoon they wanted to make. And like, it's not fully animated, but it's animated enough to cost a lot. And The best of both worlds.
Why not?
Partially animated and expensive. No, but I mentioned this on the stream with Kyle and Danny on Monday, where it's very cool that I got to do it. I like, for some reason, only just now registered the Mike Wazowski's following you.
They're my babies. They're like, mommy, mommy, mommy.
Yeah, I like the way they move around. It's fun. But yeah, I would not, even if I got the money again, I would be like, yeah, I would like maybe twice the amount of time I had to make that show for this season, because the fact that we pulled that off is literally unbelievable. Like, it is nothing short of a miracle that we did what we did at the time.
Oh,
we
yeah.
made episode 3. Episode 3 was made in 1 week from scratch, which is like fucking crazy.
That is crazy, dude. Yeah, I remember popping into the Danny's stream and hearing you talk about how, like, it was down to the something about rendering times and how you were down to the wire with like 40 minutes before it had to air.
Yeah.
You're like a mad lad. Oh, get off, get off.
Yeah, the literally every night I went to, like, it took I've recovered mentally, but I remember in like maybe April going like, oh, I can dream again, because I just only had stress dreams for like 8 months, because every night I was just like, here's who needs to do what in this day, and if they fuck up, here's the backup plan, because people keep fucking up, because this whole thing is unreasonable and I'm not paying anyone enough and our deadlines are so tight and this is what's gonna happen. It was real bad. Glad at the end product, but like every time anyone's like, is season 2 confirmed? Like 70% of me is like, shut up.
Do you understand? It's like walking up to a new mom and being like, so when's the next sibling coming out? And it's like, shut the fuck up. Sorry.
So, and like, I love that people like it. It's great. And that's why I want to do these books, because then I get to do all the fun parts again and continue the story. And if in the future something does happen and like a miracle donor's like, would you like $300,000 to make a show? And this time you have like 9 months to do it instead of like 7. And also you're not, God, I hired everyone mid-process too. I hired like 40 people. What a fucking nightmare. And then I was the only manager. Don't be me, kids. But yeah, if I do the quote-unquote light novels, which will also have some illustrations in them, then that doesn't like remove the option for future seasons. It just means that I get to say like, oh yeah, the first season of Epithet is great. Have you read the manga?
Oh my god, you're living the dream. Make that manga. Have the division in Epithet Erased fans where it's just like, okay, but you didn't read the light novels. Or, okay, you didn't watch the streams, though. I mean, come on.
The streams are so bad. People keep asking me to put them on Patreon, and I was like, that's a really fun idea. I have them on my, one of them on my desktop, and it's the one that Percy comes from, and I'm like watching it, I'm like, I will cut this down for all the good parts, and I'm just watching it for hours going, oh no, there's no good parts. It's just, like, all of the jokes that are any good were like already repurposed into Epithet, so it's just like, this just is bad. There is no good part of it at all.
Oh.
Plus, like, because we weren't streaming it for anybody, it was like just to keep it for ourselves basically. And like, we didn't do any sound balancing, so Aram, who played Percy originally, like, is just like this quiet the entire time, and you can barely hear him, and occasionally it might just cut off. And then Rube, who was the originator of Giovanni, he just and also he was playing a character in that who was the hey Percy, like, I'm the sexy guy. It was that character when he was a party member. And he like, Rube's mic is peaking the entire time, so it's just like, it's an audio disaster. The maps are really bad. Like, I hate all of it, and it's just like, I know people want to see this, but like, I feel like a dog owner, and the dog is like trying to bite up some chocolate that's up on the counter. I'm like, no, honey, you don't want this. You think you want this, but you don't want this.
It's like looking at a chocolate donut in your hand, and you're just like, listen, don't. I know it's trust me.
I know it looks like things you like, but I swear.
Wait.
People still watch The Room. It's not like comically bad. It's just poorly done.
No. Oh no, the big boys are back. Oh, forgot.
So, Savvy, that's from Adventure 5, that line. And, like, Adventure 5 has some funny bits, and then, like, I think Adventure 6 onwards are still up to what I would call our standard of quality over Unsurprised Round now, but, like, man, Adventure 1 and 2 are, like, what's the opposite of a chef's kiss?
A valet's fart? I'm just trying to think of something so divergent.
Like, that works, but, and, like, I think that honestly works great, but I thought you were, like, trying to think, like, what's the opposite of a chef? A valet!
That was the harder part, yeah. I already knew I wanted to say fart. Oh boy, let's try the hammer. No. There's probably a better antithesis to chef, though. I guess someone who takes food out of you?
A liposuction surgeon's Jello, Blizzard said no one really wanted WoW Classic, and they were proven wrong. But that was like a thing that like a team came together to make. Like, it wasn't one dude farting around badly in his basement. Like, that was a fully finished game. The way I phrase it is like, people were like, this is like a movie coming out and then the author removing the books from store shelves. It's like, no, because it's not a fully thought out story. It's literally improvised horseshit. And like the reason Epithet's first season works is because I wrote the first 4 episodes from total scratch, which is why it's a really nice complete story. And then like I had to move and match so much shit in the Percy and Zora episodes. Like I removed 2 party members entirely. And then Goro, who was a party member, the sheriff, just turned into like a 1 episode background character because why would he be hanging out with you? It's too many people on screen. And then I added Ramsey because Ramsey becomes an important character but shows up in a weird place later on and then fucks off for 80% of the story and then comes back at the end just because it was like, I don't know, we need some party members. Like, you know, in an RPG when it's like, you've had 9 party members and now you're at the final dungeon. Which ones will you pick? And you can like pick the guy you haven't seen for 80% of the game. It was that. It was literally that. So it's like, all right, let's make him part of the story.
Right.
Originally, there were 2 different gangs running around. It wasn't just the Bonsai Blasters.
Oh, yeah?
And that was done. Yeah, Arnold and Bugsy were rivals, each with their own gang. And it was like a clusterfuck, and it was bad. And then, like, Zora was like... Because it was like Bliss... It was a Bliss Ocean group, which, like, again, lore-wise, Bliss Ocean isn't like a roving group of terrorists like the Bonsai Blasters are. There was just so much that got changed, and all for good measure. And now... Looking at even Epithet Erased, some of the things where I was like, well, this is one of the iconic moments from the original. I have to put it in here. Those are the moments where looking back, I'm like, this is kind of awkward and out of place and probably should have been cut.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a fine art, though, to take something like those are basically your sketches and figure out, okay, what do I have to keep? What do I have to rework and adapt for a different kind of medium, because that's a whole nother language you're speaking there. So it's tough work.
Yeah. I'm very proud, especially of the first 4 episodes. I think that's a really tight little story, and I like the I really like the weird non-standard victory Molly gets at the end of just like, I'm gonna stand up for myself and go to sleep. And I mentioned this on the Monday stream too, but people were like, why is the toy store open at like 1 in the morning? I'm like, because I wanted Molly to have that scene. Shut up. That's why.
Because she deserves a victory. Let her have one.
And she's not the kind of character who is just like, hooray, I beat the boss with like, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
but,
she's anxious.
In the upcoming books I want to write, when my hands get a little better, I have started them, by the way. The second book, which does take place in a prison. Percy is in it. She is in it a little, but like over the phone. Essentially, the bit I really want to do is like, Ramsey just got transferred to this prison,
Yeah.
for reasons I won't go into. And he's like, I'm like, the warden's nuts, and I'm pretty sure they're like, this is gonna age interestingly given the 2020 happening, but this was my plan even in like late 2018. Was just like, what? Why would cops be bad guys?
Oh God.
And whoa. This is an interesting little minefield.
Yeah, just because this new red grungo is actually increase your max HP, so they make you work for
Ooh.
it.
Get that, Grungo.
This is also the area I told you about, so I gotta spawn my babies so that I can. Wait, no, E. Okay, and then the third one, and then let it ride. It's the best part. Look at that one! Oh my
I feel
God!
like you can just throw these in here like it's a pachinko machine until they detonate every single mine, and that's like great, and then you can just walk through for free.
This does nothing.
It's just a shard. You gotta collect more from the
He's stuck. Because they don't hurt you either. Oh no. I'll put
I
him
really love the picking up a heart piece. This does nothing. It's very funny. Oh yeah, but the thing I was gonna say is like Percy's got that one. She's like, that's strange. I can't understand why he'd treat you badly. When I said I was transferring, like, because you know they cut that deal where it's like, oh well, like genuinely,
Right.
you helped us catch, do a thing. I'll give you like a nice, comfy prison cell. And he's like, okay. And you asked for one, and then this guy who is pretty much the bad guy of the story arc, and that's not really a spoiler, is just like, oh yes, it'll be a very comfortable cell. It's just like, he said very enthusiastically it would be a comfortable cell, and then he gave quite a hearty chuckle, so I trust him.
Clearly, he felt very confidently at the fact that it would be a very comfortable cell.
Are you kidding me? Percy! Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
God.
Ramsey, but we've been talking for 15 minutes, so your time is up. Goodbye.
Oh no. Oh no, save that.
Yeah, essentially that. And then, yeah, the protagonists in the first of those two books are Molly and the people who are on the beach with her at the in the last scene.
Yeah.
And then the second book, it's Molly and Giovanni are kind of like the secondary protagonists, and then I think the main protagonist group is actually going to be Ramsey and Mara,
Oh.
which I'm interested in.
That does
because
sound like an
they're-
interesting, like, join.
No spoilers, but things may happen in this prison, and they need to take action because of those things.
Okay.
And then everyone gets to be a protagonist in the third story arc to different degrees. But it's, if I had to pick two protagonists, it's you and Molly.
Ooh, nice. Everyone's so great though. Like, it's so fun to watch how every character has like main character arc potential. I mean, they're so well fleshed out. Stop it.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this in light novel format, because if you get the benefit of narration and also the benefit of it being written and not, you know, animated, because it's a different medium, I can have larger groups of people together. Whereas if it were animated with
Yeah.
that style, having like a group of more than 3 is honestly it's like very obnoxious. Because you have to animate all of them, and you have to fit them all on screen. It's hard to storyboard. It's just a big pain in the ass. Whereas in this, it's just like, yeah, you're gonna be 6 people tagging along. It's fine. Who cares?
Yeah, you don't have to look at them, and it's not cluttersome. Totally a word, by the way.
Sounds like something an antagonist on like Downton Abbey would say. I'm tired of your cluttersome personality. Be gone!
I say. Yes, I knew there was something back here. Oh, okay. Make me work for it. Oh, wow. And big boys. No,
Plan on having the same. Yeah. So I plan on having the same. God, that's a lot of boys. The same number of arcs as anime campaign. I don't think so. The whole second act is going to be very different. What about Sylvie? Yeah, Sylvie is coming back in the 3rd story arc. He also is gonna get mentioned in the 2nd, but there's like no reason for him to be there, and he would just clutter things, so he's not there.
I love how well people took to Sylvie after his moment in the museum was over. I saw so much like love for how like, oh well, look how he got over it, and he wants to be, all he wants is to be friends. It's so sweet, and I thought so
Yeah,
too.
people really like Sylvie. I feel bad because the Sylvie, Molly, Giovanni trio doesn't really ever happen again.
Aw.
Because like Sylvie and Giovanni are genuinely not friends and don't like each other.
It's not that frenemy stuff where eventually they'll get to like each other. No, sometimes you just don't like an idiot.
Yeah. I think people will be fine with it when they... I'm confident I can write good characters. And I'm very excited for Phoenica and Trixie, who are Molly's 2 friends.
They're so cute. I'm excited just to see
love
what they're
them.
about.
Phoenica, who is the fluffy, tall, blonde one, is the character I'm most excited to find a voice for.
Oh. Yeah, why not? There we go. And that's... Okay. So now that I got the special thing... I thought that said fuck. Oh my god. Fefu. Triple X. Crunch time, burn, rotados, kufez. Hell yeah.
God, this fucking demon language. This is a safe Christian stream. You can't say stuff like foo-fuzz on here, okay? Let's censor that.
Foofez. Sorry.
I
I know. So I think
I'm
this
afraid
might
I
be a
don't
boss
understand.
fight?
What is foo-fez?
Perhaps that is a drink of some sort.
There's so much more nuance to your actual Percy voice, but the way Emily and I do impressions of you when we were like cutting down lines and stuff was just like very much exactly just here. And she was always it was like almost Obama.
I love it. Holy crap. Oh. I figured all the grossness
Liking this, V.
was going to be a boss.
I smell ores inside this place.
Oh,
What's
okay.
the problem? You just get
It's been a long level 1.
Easy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be that easy, V.
Huh?
The douchebag lost himself to corruption.
And that's a problem?
He's already a demon.
Let's say we might find something you'll want to forget afterwards.
I'm not following.
My nose is telling me ores isn't quite human looking.
Oh no.
The other unmade might look cute in comparison.
We're already
Hope you walk in
here.
and it's just a big
Let's
teddy
go.
bear.
Yeah, so this is the big horse. I'm not savvy though in regards to when you wanted to end the stream. So would this be like a big final boss like this? Because this is only chapter 1, or would we be going continuously until you are like, that's enough?
We usually go for about 3 hours, and we're at about an hour and a half. It's
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm not against calling it a kind of like a respectably short, just like here's a nice bite-sized chunk, but I'm also good for going afterwards. We definitely want to show off this boss though.
Oh,
Are there like save points in this game, or is it just autosave?
Yeah, it's autosave. And yeah, I'm good to go till question marks. You just give me the heads up though, because I will not know when to gracefully bow out.
Cool.
All right, and big boss time.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of other stuff today, but yeah, I'll let you know.
What are these things?
No, just break them.
I don't know. Break 'em.
Oh, Savvy, since you're listening, can you dump me a list of stuff that Jan might have in her apartment for Sweetwater, just so that I can like think if I have that or not. In Discord, by the way, because I'm not looking at chat.
Oh, I also have to hit this. Oh wait, I gotta break every gross boil.
Oh,
Might have hurt him.
You think?
Ugh.
icky.
What the hell is that?
I think that would be yours.
Hi.
Kidding me.
Big boy, room size edition.
Oh no.
This place is infested.
Don't bother with them. Bust open these shiny tumors. They shoot.
Shiny tumors. Shiny
You could also,
tumors.
if you did want to cap this at, like, after this boss fight, if you have any other games you're in that you wanted to show off, you could do that.
Interesting. Maybe. Let's see. If I survive it, and I don't have to restart it like 3 times. I need to focus on one tumor at a time. I think that's the best way to do anything.
You summon your little Wazowskis to help you.
Oh my god, thank you. I'm such a klutz. Alright. E. E. Okay, stop it. E. Alright. Also, this might be better to break the things anyway.
There's so much going on.
I know. Oh, fuck.
It's hard to tell which Wazowskis are yours since everything is that same nuclear green color.
Yeah. It helps that the evil ones... I feel like it should be inverted, that the evil ones should be purple and, like, my buddy should be green, but I guess they wanted some variance in what the enemies would look like, so... But I often forget when I'm looking at them. It's like, everything is mostly purple, and they're purple, so sometimes I end up fighting them without meaning to. But I can't hurt them, so... Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh, sisters.
It's normal though, so it's not like it's gonna be a slaw. There we go.
Too hard. Yeah, he takes a lot more damage than his minion did.
Like, my boss is pretty great. Don't tell him that he's weak though, because he gets self-conscious.
Do you think that he, like, knew that auras looked like this and was like, my boss is great, man. He's gotten a little gurgly lately, but, like, you know.
You know, that's not for me to judge. You know, I accept all types. Big tumor types, gross, gurgly types, boogermen. I don't judge.
Monty, join up.
Oh, I'm missing. He's too big. All right.
He's too big. I can't hit him.
I couldn't see where I was facing. All right. I think it's that I'm not used to the hammer for anything other than summoning my babies, and I need to get comfortable with taking my time. All right. I know this part's different.
So the actual stream, the screen share is pretty aliased, so I'm, like, to actually see what's going on right now, since it's a big action sequence, I'm looking at Twitch while listening through the thing, and
Oh.
that means the sound is a little off, which is fine, but it's funny because your dog's like, he's going underground! He's like, clearly not, so it's just like, okay. Alright, man.
If you say so.
Eating them?
Not just that. He's healing.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. These fast ones suck. So yeah, I have to prevent his minions from jumping in the hole to heal him because that's not great. But the fast ones are really hard to pin down, and eventually it's just going to be nothing but fast ones trying to jump in there to heal him. Oh, come on.
He's calling for backup.
Summon your boys. You need backup.
Ah, I keep forgetting. They're so delicate. Eggshell fragile. Stop. Stop.
Yeah. I will say, I do feel like in general, with how many enemies tend to be on screen, they probably should have a little less health on average.
Yeah. It should be like paper and so I can focus. Oof. Okay. Alright, now I gotta stop this Healy shit from happening again. No, no. Okay, it was just distracting me. This is also Austin, by the way. The monster noises that go into this big guy. He's just really talented when it comes to that. He's great at sounding super gross when he needs to.
God, I love doing monster voices.
Who doesn't, man? That's fun.
Marissa and I were talking about how it's unfair that ladies never get to play anything gross or monstrous. Like, even if you look at, like, whenever I get a casting call packet for something, and if it has like guy and girl roles, we were joking. It's just like, you know, the guys will have like giant puppet dragon, goo monster, werewolf, death knight, and then the ladies will have like sexy witch, sexy Dracula.
Yeah, not
sexy
fun.
Candy corn. Like,
This is a sexy
God,
stapler.
those guys are fast. What the fuck are you supposed to do?
I just aim well with the daggers, I guess, because if I
Yes.
in the time it takes for me to close the distance, they're already getting in the hole. Stop it. No. Okay. All
You
right.
actually did it.
Come on. I gotta not spam it and just take my time aiming, because then I won't have it. There's like a small cooldown on it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's so unfair. Like, let ladies be gross. It's so nice to be gross. Like, you could just go crazy with certain things. I'm a couple of the monsters in this too, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, because it's just, you get to explore different things you can do with your voice, not just the same breathy, seductive, oh yes. Oh, you think you
Can we hear some monster sounds from you?
Oh boy.
I know you're not distracted right now, so it's a great
Oh God! I was so close. I should have transformed. I was too busy thinking about monster noises.
Dead.
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 Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna be better about it this time. Totally am. Totally gonna be focused and aim better. Sure. I've actually been all the weird bloated things that once you walk by them they kind of burst, so that was me in this. I'll be a couple other ones later on, but I guess
Yeah, that sounds pretty great. That sounds goo zombie or vampire-ish.
I think that would be yours.
You're kidding me.
okay, for real this time. That was just practice.
One of my favorite voices. I have a lot of projects that are just for me, and whenever I write out loud, which is like I'm bad at narration, but I think I'm good at dialogue.
Yeah.
This is a long fight. I forgot it even had a first phase.
Yeah, it was my fault. I could have avoided that death very easily by transforming and getting my health back, but I was like, this is the whole talk. This was the whole talk and chew bubblegum at the same time thing, where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm talking
absolutely.
about voiceover. I can't possibly know how to play a game at the same time.
You can see me try and play Fire Emblem while talking about literally anything. I have to completely stop one or the other. It's a nightmare.
Oh boy.
This won't end well.
Yeah, there's oh, I guess speaking of, there's a sort of Fire Emblem inspired work in progress game script I've been writing on and off for a couple years just for funsies, and the Act 1 villain is essentially like a skeleton lich bad guy, is the easiest way to describe him, and I really like playing him because his voice is very based on like inhaling instead of exhaling.
Ooh, I got you.
Or specifically his laugh, which is written like, I'll write it in chat. It's H-E-K-H over and over again. So like heck.
Heck, 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 heck.
Yeah. Not like Mr. Krabs. Like let me sitting on an exercise ball and crushing my diaphragm.
What does Rex Rusticus sound like? I very often get cast as the liches because I like doing this voice for them.
And I'm gonna let me grab some actual dialogue because it's also the way he talks.
Cool.
Change.
All right, knife time. Focusing.
All right, Rusty, where are you at? your stupid skeleton laugh.
Oh, stop. Okay. Hammer time. Baby time. I dodged that. Alright. Let's not make the same mistake.
Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna do this on mute to practice because it's actually been a long time since this character's been dead for a while, so I haven't had to voice him for like over a year.
Oh, I see. There we go. Do the thing. Thank you. No, get out of there. Oh, come on. I hate that there's that little pool of stupid slow juice over there.
Son, drink your slow juice.
But Dad, I don't like it.
But
Alright,
you
I'm gonna
need it.
Tone myself down because I'm pretty sure this is gonna peak.
Yay.
This is an okay sample.
Most hated humans, it is with great displeasure I welcome you to my castle and future capital of my new human-free world. Do not concern yourselves with a petty siege. I have no interest in drawing this out. We shall end this with one final decisive battle. Tomorrow at sunset, my castle will open to you, and I shall face you myself in my full, unrelenting glory. Make your peace, for this is the last night in history that any human shall rest easy ever again!
Hell yeah.
Monsters are so fun to voice.
Pterodactyl time. I love that.
I have played a dinosaur before.
It
That
shows.
is pretty much the voice I use for Maurice. Rip vocal cords? No, that's an easy voice, man.
I gotta be better about that.
Yeah, Vinny Vinesauce does make some fucking insane sounds.
The Maurice voice from Borderlands is pretty much the exact same voice.
It's easy.
It's very impressive, though.
Thank you. I'll pose this question to you as well, so if you have a second.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see, what is the hardest voice you have ever had to do? Because back when I did Bakano Abridged, which was bad, there was a character named Jacuzzi Splot who was voiced by Joel McDonald, who was on the stream earlier this week, and he does a great job, but he's this like really scared little boy, and he sounds like this. And in the bridge version, he cries even more, and he's constantly freaking out. Oh man, these, I don't think I could do this. And like this is literally just scrunching up my throat. So that is not easy to do.
Yeah.
And then it sounds kind of similar, but I can't do a Brian Massey. But Brian Massey has a character in that show too.
And he's just like a psycho killer guy. And this sounds pretty similar, but for some reason this is basically doing the same thing as Jacuzzi, but in a lower register.
Oh.
And it's real bad.
Yeah, like I can immediately feel the wear and tear on both of those.
Oh. That's amazing, though. Oh, it's so close. Come on. No. We're not going to live here. There we go.
You did it!
Yay. Holy shit, you did it. You really fucking did it.
Fucking did it.
Slayer.
Is there a double S rank?
There is. Super Slayer.
Never seen somebody
Is there a
do that.
triple S rank?
God, I
Must be
wish.
why the old fart holds you in such high regard. He likes freaks.
You mean like him?
Yeah, he used to be in the boss's inner circle.
Anyway, I'm gonna eat this.
Wait, really? This again?
What?
Bad boy.
Didn't we talk about this?
You just killed hundreds of unmade, and you're complaining about my eating habits?
You never listen. Not even once. What the hell?
I can explain this.
What did I tell you? And the day keeps getting better and better.
Have your ringtone be your own theme song.
Miss Held, I suppose you've finished your task?
Yeah,
Why do you suppose that?
Lord Amon will be pleased.
Are you watching me?
good for him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be going back to my place to take a shower. For 10.
I'm afraid that will have to wait.
Oh, you don't say.
Fuck you.
Lord Amon orders you to retrieve an important relic from the coordinates I'm sending to your phone. I will add additional information once you contact me. We expect to hear back from you shortly.
You believe this shit, Ors? Oh wait, you're dead.
Today's just one of those days, huh?
Dead and
Let's go,
delicious.
Not another mission.
Hell yeah, more food!
So that's Monty's gross little poison gross form. Get out of here.
The time has finally come.
It smells awful in here.
I have cancer on my shoe. It's bad!
Great. Bad.
Oh boy. You're bad, but great job.
Shit.
Oh Lord. I never claimed to be the
My
best.
lord, the deed is done. Miss Held has eliminated Oars.
Good.
And as you requested, I have sent her to retrieve the artifact.
Can I go home now?
The gears have started
No.
turning.
I beg your pardon?
You're paid to serve, not ask questions.
Well, shit.
Sorry, sir.
With any luck, Miss Held will also deal with my brother's underlings.
Are we really expecting her to take Satan's forces head on?
I have complete confidence in her. She has a card or two up her
She's
sleeve
only
after
died
all.
once.
Vanessa,
Didn't you see the end card results?
Even a fully fledged demon.
It said bad, and
Yes.
overall it was great.
I received a report from Marcosius regarding the intruder.
Perfect. He shall be more than a match for that feathered pest.
Do you have any further instructions to be relayed to Marcosius?
Just tell him he's free to kill anybody that gets in his way.
As you say, my lord. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
I have dinner
This is the hand I've
reservations.
been dealt. None of this must reach my siblings' ears, or else it would put me in a very precarious position. I
Who are you
can't let
talking
these
to?
obstacles
I've
hinder my
left.
Plans. Not
Oh,
now.
this is really embarrassing.
Man, talk about weird.
What do you mean?
You know, the whole getting sent on another mission as soon as we're done thing?
Huh? Of all things, you think that's the weirdest thing that happened?
What else could it
It's
be?
covered in green
Well, maybe
shit.
you turning into a freaking zombie dog after eating ores.
Who does that?
Oh, that.
What was up with that?
Simple. I eat
No
something
biggin'
strong,
strips for a
I get
week.
Stronger. Thought I told you that before.
I thought it was a joke.
You know, I never joke about food, V.
You looked like a freaking walking tumor.
That's the thing about corruption. Ain't pretty, but it gets the job done. Like your hammer.
It has stink
You
lines
believe
coming
I'm
off of
saying
it.
this, but I guess you should eat more then.
Roger. I'll make sure to munch on any trash bags we see.
I meet demons.
Shit!
What now? What the hell is wrong? with
Shit!
you?
Looks like someone forgot to mention we'd be going to a place crawling with lots and lots of demons.
I mean, that's been every place.
Ugh, better check with management.
No.
It's different.
Hello, I hate you. Goodbye.
Never thought I'd see the day where you'd be the one calling her.
She sure owes me an explanation or two.
No.
Well, good luck with that.
You better
Can I eat your
check out
phone?
Yes, Miss Held, what do you need? Make it quick.
The mission report didn't say a thing about this
Pee
place
pee
being
boy.
infested with demons.
Luckily for you, Lord Amon has complete confidence in your skills.
That sure is reassuring. Still, I'm not sure I'm up to it.
So, you're requesting backup?
Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, sadly, our hands are tied at the moment. So I'm afraid
I'm
you'll
too
have to
busy
handle
having the
things on your
bubbliest
own.
of baths. Goodbye.
It would be a real shame if you were to reject the mission.
As if I give a shit about shame.
Shame notwithstanding, Lord
Who gives a
Alfred's
shit
in
about
stink
view
goo.
is on the line here.
Ugh.
And as you probably know by now, losing his favor would mean no longer counting with the protection he has given you. So, by all means, feel free to abandon this mission. Actually, nothing would make me happier. No insults,
Thought.
jokes, or witty retorts. Miss Held, I actually am surprised.
Hope you drop your phone
Damn
in the
it.
bubble bath.
Looks like we're on our own.
Shit.
Get by without him noticing us.
With our luck, don't count on it.
Being optimistic for once wouldn't hurt.
Sorry, not happening.
He's so shiny. Okay. Nope.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, yes, miasma Monty. So, basically Fire Monty, but his stuff kind of has like a lingering grossness to it, I guess. Wait. Oh, wait, do I have to swap that out? Oh, hold on.
Does fire not do lingering fire damage?
You have a point. Maybe I haven't been paying close enough attention. Oh, wait, no. I have to swap to... Wait, no. I'm not sure. I'm never sure of anything.
Please.
A fetid gas from his cysts. Love to see it.
Disagree.
Monty living his best life. There we go. All right. Vanessa. No money. So. Oh, wait. Is it when I. Ugh. No. I'll figure it out. Rest
We're
assured.
supposed to find a weapon here?
That ain't so bad. Just ignore the trash lying around all over the place.
But that's all there is to see wherever I look.
And whose fault is that?
I don't know, genuinely.
There we go.
Looks like Satan brought the cannon
All
fire
right.
over.
So.
Time for some target practice.
And. E.
Can I eat these?
No. That's. Mom. I want Lunchables. I made you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I want peanut butter Lunchables,
My, it's worse.
but I get to make it myself.
I never would've
You have
guessed that
gotten
spike's
peanut
coming from the
butter,
floor.
Monty.
I can't talk anymore.
Oh,
I can trap enemies with the sticky peanut butter.
Oh, an upgrade. Okay.
Long ago, the four elements lived in harmony. Air, water, fire, peanut butter.
Holy crap, that's great. I'm trying to see if I missed how to swap Monty's form now that I have it. It'll probably hit me later, and I'll feel dumb. But that's just the price I'm gonna have to live with. Alright. This way. Ah, my favorite food, pizza. There we go. There we go.
this area is like a mall.
Yeah, apparently. The war between heaven and hell that's currently going on has left all of society in like a shambles like this. So this all used to be a mall, I suppose. Cloda's Mall, even though that sounds dirty somehow.
Someone in chat, have you ever seen the real-time fan-dub video game videos? Yeah, I think they're best consumed through highlight reels as opposed to actually watching them. So they usually like have like 3 great moments per video, and they're like 40 minutes long.
What were those?
They're like the, have you ever seen the Eggman, I pissed on the moon clip?
Oh, I see.
It's that.
Yes. Oh, okay.
That's what those are from.
That's fun. I appreciate that. Eek. Okay.
Yeah, I like the Sonic 06 stuff is fun because it has the 2 moments of Omega, count all the sand in this desert. Affirmative. 1, 2,
Oh, right.
3.
Yeah, I've
Shadow, why did you
do
tell me to
that?
do that? It's gonna take so long. That and then what's the other one? It's from that video. Oh, it's Amy is talking to Chicken Legs. I don't know what the girl's name is. The human girl who kisses Sonic. And
So you're dating Sonic?
Am I? I don't know. If that's my character arc, then yes. Yep, I can kill you.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
You won't be.
You shouldn't touch those, V.
I'm gonna
Those
feed you
spiky
rocks.
metal
That's
spheres.
great. All
No
I've been
need to
eating
tell
are
me.
rocks. I don't know what sunlight is anymore. I'm not sure I'm a person. You won't be in just a second. That whole bit is very funny. I mean, I had Penny Parker, who's the voice of Sonic in those videos. She's Sonic in the
Oh, that's
Sonic
cute.
video I did last year.
Cool. Okay, Mom.
Welcome to Tilted Towers. They don't respect me because I'm a gamer.
Yeah, that bit's pretty good too. Yeah. Oh yeah. One. That one cracks me up. That might be my favorite single line.
Oh, it's mouse wheel. Okay. Okay. I was wondering. I'm like, eventually I'll hit a button and realize what it is. And I did. All right.
This area is so spiky for a mall.
Right? It's so unwelcoming. I'm never going to shop here again.
As a gamer, I get no respect. People don't respect me either. That's because you're a beta cuck.
Oh, God. Okay. I can't break those, I don't think. So let's go this way. Can I break this? Yes, I can.
I do like that they. The biggest danger of like a beat 'em up sort of game is that it's just like non-stop samey beat 'em up stuff. So I like that they break it up with these. I don't want to call them platforming sections, but you know,
It's a little puzzly, and
they're essentially platforming. It's just that you're not jumping.
yeah. Platforming with de-emphasized jumping. Optional jumping.
Chat, crappy mall to shop at, but damn, you have to admire the security.
I
yeah.
guess.
Top 10 anime deaths. Number 1, you're funny. I haven't seen that clip as much, which sucks because it's actually one of my favorite lines from them. Top 5 reasons that I'm sorry. Number 3 will surprise you. Top 10 anime deaths. Number 1, your asshole right now.
Holy shit. Oh. Okay, no more spikes, please. Let's go over here.
What if I suggest more spikes?
You know, I don't think that would be received very positively by the main characters.
Well, let's take a poll. What do you think, Vanessa and Monty, on the subject of spikes?
More spikes!
That is an enthusiastic cry. So that's 2 for Spikes. It's unanimous.
Competent. I was bad this time. All right.
Oh, is that the end of the level?
For that little section, the progress reports are also at the ends of places where they cut you off, and you have to stop and fight that group of monsters.
Oh, okay.
So you can feel good about yourself or bad about yourself at any point in the game, really.
Someone in chat said, wait, is the dog's name Monty? Isn't it? Am I stupid?
Yeah,
Am I
dog's.
wrong?
Yeah, it's Monty.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, I gotta go all the way around. Okay. Don't do this. No! Oh, okay. That's mean. Alright. Okay. And he's a good boy half the time. Okay. Oh, yay. I should probably save that for... You know what? No. I'm bad. Let's take it now. Hiya. So what were your opinions on their trailer for Overwatch 2?
Really stupid, especially since they were very much trying to be like, that's right, Overwatch is back together. It's like, bitch, they pressed the Overwatch button at the start of Overwatch 1. Are you telling me all of Overwatch 1 was a teaser for Overwatch 2?
It's like, don't play with my emotions. And also the fact that they're just like telling an officer, it's just like, yes. And it's like, well, then you're all going to jail because that's against the law. I like that statue over here. Good. Oh. All right.
What are those things?
Oh, this is very bad news. Those are portals. There's just a
That's a
handful of
door.
doors you can pull off spatial distortion.
I hate doors. They tell me I can't go out.
God
Must be one of the
damn it.
servants of the Lord. Nasty, cunning, and not too friendly.
Unless there's like a little flap in the bottom center of the door, then it's an alright door. Otherwise, I'm not into doors.
Good news?
I'm out of doors. I'm an out of door kind of dog.
What are you talking about?
Either the old fellow lost his touch and didn't know
I
his
like how
brother
it's
would
taken
take
on
him
almost
away
like
to
a
save
Justin Roiland kind of ramble.
bright side, B, bright side.
So, what do we do now?
Looks like the door is closed.
You
Maybe that
think?
thing opens it up.
Have you tried opening it?
I swear to God, Monty. Alright.
You won't be able to. He's on the other side of the door. You have to swear pretty loud if you want him to hear you.
Yeah.
I bet the rest
Real
are
quick,
beyond
I'm
these
gonna go around
portals.
my house and take out a bunch of little garbage cans because there have been flies everywhere, and I don't think I have anything. Like, I don't think I have a fly source, but clearly I must be wrong. So
Oh, that's annoying.
tired of them buzzing. So I'll be back in a second.
Sure. Leave the chat alone with me. It'll be fine.
This was awful.
I feel like throwing up.
Just try not to hit my boots.
I'll try to pull this up on my phone. But we know my weird can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time ass won't be able to look at both. Overwatch 76. This one is just Soldier 76. It's all the characters. I appreciate that. Okay. Sometimes garbage bags have health in it. Not always. I hate these flying guys.
I guess they have to make up for the fact they're so freaking ugly.
Slice and dice. Too fast for you?
Give me those. Ha 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 ha. Thank you guys for coming by. Sorry, I'm just trying to come up with little conversational pieces. Especially since I haven't been paying attention to chat this whole time because I can't, except from my phone. But I bet everyone in the chat right now is super nice and smells awesome, and that they have awesome taste in clothes, and that they're really good at checkers, and they're gonna get A's in all their book reports. Okay, I'm gonna take a second to look down at my phone. Thank you for co-hosting tonight and being a lovely person all around. Thank you so much, CS the First. Monty is fine with spikes, apparently. Fine with spikes. Yeah, absolutely. He's just like, oh, you know, I'll just stand here. Oh no, my Steam is going off. I should have put myself on Do Not Disturb. Oh god, you guys see that thing up there? Ew. Gross. Okay, let's try and get this blue guy. Oh, this is gonna suck. Wait, maybe not. Oh. These are the blue bouncy ball's evil cousin. There we go. Cool. Oh wait, my sons! My precious baby boys. My white Wazowskis. There we go. I think eventually I can upgrade to get more than just the 3. I could be remembering that wrong though. Vanessa. Oh, wait, because I have this weapon equipped. I'm still poor though, so I can't be looking at these.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello. I showered your chat with compliments as best I could because I figured that's. I think that's the best way to win people over.
Thank you. Would it be too much to ask to increase the volume of you and your guests as well as the game? So just everything?
I can get close. I've been kind of talking a little low, but I can get closer to the mic if that's an issue.
It sounds like... sounds okay on my end, to be honest, but... you could, like...
You just let me know what I should adjust on my end if I should adjust anything. Give me a break.
You can say. I'll say more words to test myself.
I don't want to be here next to the spiky bouncy balls. Very rude.
I sound a little quiet. I mean, you don't really need to like. I have difficulty hearing Jello in the game more specifically. The game is at a good volume, I think. It's about where it should be. But hang on, let me...
I can also adjust my levels in OBS, I think.
Yeah, I guess just make me a little louder. I think the game's fine.
Sure. Let me try it this way.
Generally, so.
How about... Oop, that might be too much. How's that? Let me know and I'll get back to the game.
I'll try saying some words just to check.
Wordy words. ASMR is all right with me. I missed out on that phenomenon.
I hate it. I'll just manually turn myself up. Yeah, no, it's weird. We always do these tests and I sound fine on the tests, and then whenever I save the VODs, I always think I sound really quiet. Okay, I turned myself up on my own end.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, now I sound fine. I don't know.
All right. Y'all just give me a heads up whenever y'all need anything. Wait, what's still alive? Oh.
Right, let me hop back in here.
I don't think I've once gotten a Super Slayer rank because I'm a baddie. Oh no, my sons! Oh! I forgot they can't travel through the portal!
Goodbye.
Time to make more.
What it feels like when you get shot on the other side of a door.
Feels like your whole essence just evaporates. Alright, now this one's open.
I'll be dreaming of portals for days after this.
Dreaming of portal. Wait, oh, I gotta open that? Lame. Wait, what? Oh, I think I break them. Maybe point to where they are. That would help. Oh, they blow up! I forgot! Oh! Oh! I'm glad that the thing behind the things that blow up was health. So we all break even. All right.
Hooray! Especially the pots. Someone says, I appreciate. Oh wait, hang on. Where is it? No, I just saw it. It was nice. Okay. I just want to say that Percy is my favorite Epithet character, and a big part was Sandra's performance. So thanks for that.
Oh, thank you so much. That makes me feel so good to hear. She was like such a fascinating character when I got the sides for her. I was like, I really hope I get this. I'm going to try out for as much as I can reasonably, but in my heart I was like, please let it be this one if it's anything. And I was so glad to hear it.
Yeah, casting you specifically was one of those like, well, I have this person who has done a good job at like 3 or 4 roles. Where do I put them? Because you were also like the second pick for Zora, I think. Did I ever tell you that?
No, you didn't, and that kind of blows my mind. Because I think I auditioned for Zora, Mira, and Percy, and out of those 3, I was just like, I want it to be Percy, but I have a feeling it won't be. But Zora was definitely even below that. It was just like, it won't be Zora. Like, I'm not badass enough to be Zora.
Cowboy.
It was fun though, because I remember one of the sides and one of the lines in the sides for Zora was actually the whole "don't mess with my fucking guns" or something like that. It was like it was like a bunch of chill lines, smooth, smarmy lines, and then there was the one where she just goes crazy ape shit because you broke her gun or something like that, and I was like, oh, I like this.
Yeah. Someone asked what that casting process was like. I think for certain characters like Zora and Molly, I asked Marissa, who is the casting director who gathered all the things, to be like, hey, just send me like at first for Molly, just send me all the black actresses because I want a black actress to play Molly, and I will pick from that. And I did something similar for Zora because in my head she's essentially like half Latina, half Native American, and I was like, anyone in there, and she was like, here are the options. I was like, really want to put Sandra as Percy. Marissa was like, Donna and Bennett is Filipino. Is that okay? I was like, that's acceptable. That's not white. I'll take it.
Oh my god.
And she did a great job.
She did though, because especially when you had her singing that ending theme. Oh my god, the day that episode premiered and the credits hit, I didn't know what to expect. So when that started playing, I was like, no. What? Oh, my ears.
Legitimately, the reason I did previews on YouTube, or like live premiere videos on YouTube, was so I could see the live chat, specifically so I could see the reaction to that moment of like, I want to see people see the ending theme change, because I am a huge sucker for shows at like big moments or changes in the status quo, screwing with the cut to commercial eye catches or opening or the outro, and I love that stuff. Someone requests what your Zora would be, which I think is going to be hard now because it's been like a year and a half, and
yeah, I mean,
I imagine that Dawn's performance is probably in your head now.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. It can't be anybody but Dawn now, because it was just like, whoa, mind-blowingly on point. I have my files somewhere in my old laptop, because that was like, God, I was still living here, but it was a while back, so it's on an older hard drive, but it nowhere near as awesome as Dawn's was. I feel like my Mira would have been like something I would feel confident in, while at the same time satisfied, but...
Hang on, I think I have it, actually.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, wow. I don't need these. I should get rid of these.
Why did it zoom in? What the hell? Please no.
Okay, yeah. Here, I'll throw it at you.
Oh man.
Do. Oh, also, if you want, my usual Overwatch crew is around. If we did just want to play some Overwatch on stream with some other friends, because I do have several people. who are interested in that. But let me
Sure.
toss this at you. Whermst.
Whermst.
Oh yeah.
For whomst.
One of my friends started saying whomst a lot, so I say whomst and whermst.
Spikes.
That works too.
There you go. This is what your take sounded like.
Am I gonna be able to hear it, or is it in the Discord?
It's in the Discord.
Oh god. Should I play it?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I'm embarrassed now. Hold on.
Dang, you're dumb. I like it. All right, let's tango. Just got a call from my boss. Got me a new job. Which means my hunt for you is currently on hold. You're safe. For now. I'm here on friendly terms. So, how about you be a friend and tell me all about that kid with the necklace? And I need to have a little chat. Tell you what. How about we do it?
Oh man.
Winner take all. Hell, both of you can fight me at once. That'll make it more even. Come on, eyebrows. You're not seriously gonna stand in my way knowing what I'm capable of, right? I can't do that! Because once a process has ended, I can't reverse it. So once I hit the ground, I can't float back up. And once some jackhole breaks my gun, it's broken forever. Zora dodges. She's fast as a jackrabbit, and her billowing poncho makes it hard for Percy to tell where to aim her thrusts.
Oh man.
The best part of that for me is that I was like just listening delayed a little bit on and off on the Twitch, but for me, since I couldn't hear you directly hearing it, it was just silence and you going the whole time.
You're like my mom just came to pick me up from grade school after they found that I peed myself during a recital. That's what that was like for me. Well, there you go. There's your nugget for the day, kids. I'm really grateful I got to be Percy, though. Honest to God, like self-deprecation aside, it's it was like it had me the most excited because when I read the line, what line was it? It was I think it was the automotive pickle line in the sides. I was like, oh no, she is good. She is very good, and I am in love with her. And once this thing comes out, however it comes out, if I get to watch it, I'm gonna have a good time with this character.
The only two, I have the top 3 of all of my picks from these, and out of Zora, I just have you and Dawn remaining, actually. And I remember now, because I looked at Dawn's, and she slated hers, which normally I don't like audition slating, but sometimes that's what sticks in my head. And if you open it up, her take is like much closer to the microphone than yours was, and it just goes Dawn and Bennett at the very start. And I remember going like, oh yeah, no, I remember her being a hot contender very early.
Holy shit! Can you imagine? Close your eyes and imagine Dawn Bennett just going right into your ear and announcing her presence.
I mean, if I imagine that, I imagine actual Dawn doing that, which she would probably do something along the lines of Dawn about. Wait, no, no. It's so weird.
Oh, I held it. Damn. Oh, that's great though. It's cool that you still have them.
Yeah, I think maybe I thought it would be like a cool behind the scenes thing to have or put on Patreon, but it's weird to share people's auditions, so I don't think I ever did.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Mom.
I also have Lindsay's for Mara, which I remember really liking. Oh yeah, hers is also very close to the mic. She has a really cool sound because like her voice like naturally has little like little cracks in it.
Yeah.
And it's great because a piece of Mara's personality is that originally she was just a bad guy in the basic version, and I'm bad at like coming up with cool one-liners and retorts to say as a bad guy, and especially back then because it was early RPing for me. I've done a lot more tabletop stuff since then, and Mara was like one of the first villains I ever played, and so I kept fucking up, and like 3 times in a row I ended up doing this just like, okay, I need to come up with a retort. And then I would like start just kind of talking before I'd thought of one. And I would just say nothing and then have to like explode and be like, whatever, shut up. And I gave up. And that eventually became part of her personality for me, was that she was just straight up bad at being a villain. And like she couldn't come up with cool one-liners.
I love it.
One of the reasons I picked Lindsay is because her voice has that it's got like, first of all, it literally sounds like there's like something cracking in the back of it, which I love.
Yeah.
But she has a voice that would be great for a played straight, like, I'm a very sexy villain, watch out. And the idea of a villain who naturally has that voice just being completely unable to deliver on the promise of like getting cool one-liners is so funny.
It is.
Though I did end up giving her like 2 or 3 non-ironic monologues in there.
Yeah. Especially the freaking something bull in a china shop. That cracked me up so
That
bad.
is very much exactly the like, just imagine I said something cool. Like that's her energy.
It's so great. Just perfect casting.
Someone in chat. Dawn breaks into your house and loudly whispers into your ear like a Pokemon ASMR. Dawn and Bennett. Bennett, Dawn. let me listen to, what is your... God, Percy is like a character that people had very different takes on.
I can imagine.
I had the phrase somewhat robotic in there, which if you're ever a casting director, never have the phrase robot within 500 paces of. That's why you were one of my favorite picks immediately, is because you just did like a cool cop voice and everyone else went real hard into that robot.
Right.
I had the word slightly in front of it. The operative word was slightly robotic.
You can't. We actors just have to cling on to whatever scraps they get and work with that. No, but my biggest influence. It's kind of silly to say now, but when I was doing that audition and I read little phrases like, or little things like, I think it was like a toy in the sides, even though it was her gun in the actual show, but it was like, this is in reference to a toy that just got broken. Like, he fell in the line of duty, it's what he would have wanted. Things like that, and the automotive pickle and the Miss Fuzz thing. I was like, I have to read this like George Lowe doing Space Ghost. Like when he's full on like, not like breaking out in anger, but just when he's like got the superhero up way too much, and it's comical only when he breaks out of that superhero. So that was a big Space Ghost from like Coast to Coast. That facade of heroism, that was a big percentage of my Percy for that audition, and just not breaking out of it.
I do have your Percy audition. It sounds pretty much. It sounds like it's a little softer than what you ended up going with.
Oh yeah.
But it sounds pretty similar. Yeah, no. I was gonna say something else, but people really like Percy. Like I think in like all the comments, especially on Verve, like if anyone quoted the show, it was almost always a Percy line. People were really taken. I was borderline annoyed with it in the fourth episode because so much happens in the 4th episode.
Yeah.
But everyone's big takeaway was the real ass goddamn sword, because for the audience that's the first time anyone swears.
Right.
But like for me, it's just like, yeah, I know the show has swears in it, but I just kind of forgot and didn't put any in the first few episodes. So that like really hit people. And then the oh god, what's the other one? It's some part of that exchange that's just like, no, go on, continue with your threat. People really like that one.
Right. I love that one too, because it's just like so polite, even though she could totally be offended by it. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Please stay away from me. God. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no. I'm so close. I'm gonna walk into a spike and die.
God, yeah.
I don't like it here.
Is there any way to heal besides fusing?
If they drop little red things, which they rarely do, you're the last one. You better not make me look stupid. Oh my god. I'm the stupidest person to live yet.
This is the nadir of humanity. I mean, that might be a good point if you want to switch over and play some Overwatch.
I could do that. I could definitely do that. I'll need a quick water refill, but that sounds like fun to me.